we've got some hunters that are stranded. They went up before the storm, and then the storm hit over the weekend, and you got people stuck.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. When I saw my woman kiss another man, said I know, no baby, no, not again. Another loss of love, another broken heart. I got to.
Up there by your lonesome?
No, I got Cooper.
Oh, Cooper's up there. Okay, keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean.
No promises.
Well guys, it's officially that time of year. I probably already said that last couple of videos, but as you can see, there's snow, which is a good sign because we need snow this year. We need a lot of snow. And fortunately, we're getting some decent amounts already, which means it's recovery time. So up here at the top of a mountain called Monte Cristo, where we've done a lot of videos up here. We did the Tesla on tracks. We've done the Lamborghini on tracks. Go Stradman. And today, we've got some hunters that are stranded.
Did you say Stradman's coming?
Nope. Just saying we did stuff with Stradman. But you guys know that, so it's hunting season, right? A lot of hunters came up, including the last RV that we pulled out with the Snowcat. They went up before the storm, and then the storm hit over the weekend, and you got people stuck. This started as like 3 or 4 trucks with horse trailers all stuck. They got a couple of them out. They even brought their tractor up, and it's not working. They put chains on it, and still not working. It was able to get 1 or 2 of the trucks out. So I think right now there's 1 truck and 2 horse trailers way down the road in there, and they need a tracked vehicle, which is why we brought the Sisu Nasu. So it's gonna be interesting, because we'll probably have to pull 1 truck out with the trailer. They're both gooseneck trailers, so we can't pull them with this. So I'm not sure how we're gonna do that yet, but we're gonna go in there and see how bad it is. I don't think it's terrible. I just think the road's so slick they can't get in and out. So let's go see what happens.
Come back, 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 come back.
Dave just texted me saying, round up the boys. We gotta see you guys downstairs. Dave should be here any minute.
So I just called an emergency meeting with my vlog team because we've been on a lot of recoveries lately, and I'm tired of these guys being unprepared. Boys,
How's it going?
put these blindfolds on. I have 3 boxes right here, and each of these boxes is dedicated to one of these individuals. Bad boy, Nate, and we've got 1 for Eric. Now guys, these are boxes from Bespoke Post. Bespoke Post has custom tailored boxes of awesome that come with all sorts of different stuff, and each of these boxes was tailored to your needs.
Oh, I know what this is. It's an electronic spatula. It's a machete.
Whoa! We got a bag, a water bottle, something that will be very useful for recoveries. A candy bar.
This feels like a bottle of hot sauce, though, weirdly enough. Also feels very similar to that.
I got it right.
For my baby bad boy, I got you the Bespoke Slash Box, which comes with an incredibly sharp machete that you were incredibly reckless with. For my adventurer,
I actually was looking for something like this.
yeah, a backpack, a granola bar, a water bottle, and a headlamp. And for my spicy little guy here,
We have all of them.
all right boys, listen, now you're prepared, back to work.
But before we go, this one way food truck happened really good.
So guys, here's the deal. It's gift giving season, and this is hands down the easiest way to give gifts, because if you know literally anything about anyone, you can answer a couple of questions on the quiz, and bam, you sign them up for a bespoke box, and it's the gift that keeps giving, because every month they're gonna get a new box based off of the items and things that they are interested in. Each box of awesome has around $70 in value, but you only pay a fraction of the price. And another really cool thing is that every month before your box ships, they're gonna send you a preview of what's in it. And from there, you can decide you wanna keep that box, you can swap it for a different box, or you can just skip that month altogether and you only pay for what you get. 90% of the products in Bespoke Post boxes come from small brands, many of which are based right here in the US. Honestly guys, for me, half the fun is not knowing. So sometimes I don't even look at what's coming the next month because I like to be surprised. So now here comes the really good part. I'm gonna get you guys 20% off your box of awesome. All you gotta do is click the link in my description below, go to bespokepost.com/sparks20, and ladies and gentlemen, you just got yourself a great deal on a really awesome product. And the best part about it is, they support the channel. They continue to help us make these awesome videos that actually cost us a lot of money to make. So get yourself an awesome gift, get a loved one, something cool, and click the link in my description below and get yourself or a loved one a box of awesome.
How you doing? How you doing, buddy? Thanks. Appreciate you coming up. She's the caller.
She's the caller?
I'm the emailer.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I got lucky, slipped through. I got a lot of emails. I don't see many of them,
I was like, I don't know this number, but I got to answer. And it was like 15 minutes after I emailed you guys.
Yeah, I saw it pretty quick. That's cool.
Yeah.
How many trucks are in there?
Only got one truck left. We were able to get one out with a tractor, but almost couldn't get the tractor out just now.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
We got one truck and 2 horse trailers back in there.
Bumper pulls or goosenecks?
Goosenecks.
4 miles down yonder. Guess we'll get our hoof on.
By looking at us, what do you think the temperature is? Could be like -40.
Hold on. Yeah,
could be 75.
Put in the comments below. I'll get you a king-size candy bar if you get it right.
See this?
See this?
Yeah, that means it's cold.
Says 32.
Yeah.
It's cold up here.
I don't know if sitting up here is a good choice or bad choice. All I know is there's only about 4 seats in there. There's 12 of us, so I think I'm in a fine spot. Probably be regretting it here in about 100 yards.
I got sent to the back because the front cab or whatever it's called is all filled up, so I'm a loner back here. Kind of cool though. Sometimes you just never know.
That's the first trailer.
How was it?
Good.
Oh, it was actually comfy.
So 1 trailer, 2 trailers?
2 trailers. The other one's back in there a little further.
Just the 1 truck, right?
Just the 1
So
truck.
we're gonna pull 1 out and then come back in with the truck. You wanna do that or?
Yeah, however you guys want.
The other, they're both goosenecks, right?
Yeah. We can't get it down far enough to sit on our ball.
Guys, work! Fucking awesome! What are you doing?
Might have to go
Going hunting till Friday. We'll be out.
You didn't bring your trailers in.
We'll be out Friday. Yeah.
Well, good luck.
Yeah. Thanks.
Bring us back something.
Okay. See you, fellas.
Yeah.
Will this fit that? Mess around when you put that on.
We weren't able to drop the tongue. We're gonna check out the second trailer. Most likely hook their truck up to the trailer, hook us up to their truck, and then we pull the truck and trailer out. And the truck falls back in, we hook up to the second trailer and pull it out. We didn't think. But I think the most exciting recovery of the day is gonna be Bud. He followed us in the Ranger. He never got back up to us.
As you guys can see, this winter storm has pretty much just caught all the hunters off guard. Had about a foot, maybe a foot and a half of snow fall over the last weekend, and all the hunters were up here for the deer and elk hunt, and obviously they got snowed in, so you got horse trailers and trucks like this scattered everywhere. And this road doesn't look that bad, but it is. There's a lot of drifty areas, and these guys actually have full chains on their trucks, and they still weren't moving. And the tractor that came in here trying to get them out with chains was still slipping and sliding. So we only have one truck with a gooseneck and 2 trailers to pull out. So we're going to try to lower the neck on this gooseneck and see if we can get to sit on the bumper pull hitch up at Sisunasi. We didn't bring a very tall hitch because we thought we were pulling 2 trucks with 2 goosenecks out. We didn't know that we'd have to pull a trailer. So hopefully we can lower this neck low enough just to get the trailer out of here, but we're about to find out. So that's what all the pounding is.
Oh, that was 2 for 2. 2 for 2.
Nice.
A hammer in there. $2.
Back up until you hear the crunch of fiberglass.
That's a good old steel.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say that
steel,
ain't
Alan.
fiberglass.
What do you think we are?
Oh, that fiberglass. Oh. He's not worried about your trailer. Greg, a little bit more right.
Oh, dude, money.
Wait, hold up, wait, wait.
On back.
Right there, a little bit more. Okay, come back an inch.
Want to just try it?
Yeah,
Oh, just like that.
that's what I was meaning.
We found it.
Trailer still looks good.
Forward.
Good. Oh, way too far.
You
Hit it
need to
again.
go, tell him to go forward and then come back and then stop. Get some space forward.
Having all sorts of weird issues with this thing today. Batteries seem dead for some reason. Which doesn't make any sense. But I think the trailer might actually fit on here. Surround the foot and back on itself? Yeah. Or you can just get in one of those holes on the foot.
I want to hit that hole.
Okay.
Go up.
Awesome. Unhook that. I'll try to back up.
Right there. We get it on there.
We can all push it up.
Alan, you have little faith.
Come down on it.
Pop it off. Let's just grab the truck. So close, but so far away. That doesn't work.
plan A didn't work. They're hooking their truck up to their trailer and hook Sisu up to their truck, and the Sisu will pull truck and trailer out.
We got them hooked up. We're just gonna rope tow them out, bring them back in to grab the next trailer. Not as cool, but gets the job done and it's getting dark.
It's working. I think Dave's going a little too fast. I think the most exciting recovery of the day is going to be Bud. He followed us in the Ranger. He never got back up to us.
Hey, Bud. What happened?
Bud.
I don't know what his plan is. I'm assuming forward. I just need to get out around this way.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, am I right?
So it's not Bud's fault.
Of course it's not.
We just took off without him like hopping in. Yeah, we just took off. It's not his fault. We should have stopped for him.
You want a hitch? I think we got one right here.
Hitch.
Yeah. It's a hitch. Yeah. You got a bend. I got mine. Did you guys see that?
Don't worry about giving her the onion yet, Bud. Alright? Give her the onion, man. Bye, Bud. Hold on. Unhook the rope.
All right, Bud, go for it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Ranger!
Bud needs to quit thinking his truck's a snowcat. 'Cause that's the second time within a week he said, oh, I can make it. And he makes it like quarter mile, and then he just buries. All right, round two. Got some snacks, and we're gonna go get the other trailer.
Awesome. That was awesome. You guys are lifesavers.
Yeah.
Dad, already go home?
Of course, thank you guys so much.
Absolutely.
Well, my friends, you're gonna have to start getting used to these drive home outros, because normally we do it with a beautiful sunset in the background at the end of the day. We're loading up the trailer, big beautiful shots. But for some reason, we've got this thing called daylight savings time where everybody's just okay with it getting dark at 4 o'clock now. So it is like, I don't know, 8 o'clock or something, and we just got them pulled out and we are headed home. That was it was easy, but they were in there a ways. They were 5 miles back in there, and going 10 miles an hour makes for a kind of a weird round trip. So got them out. They're happy. They got some monster elk. I don't know, you'll see the pictures here, but they got some big animals. So looks like getting stuck was worth it for them. So that's probably, again, just one of very many winter recoveries that we're gonna have, especially with the storms coming in the next few days. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we're gonna try to mix up the recovery vehicles in the wintertime here. We've used the Snowcat, we've used the Sisunasu, maybe we'll put the Brodos around tracks again, maybe we'll put something else on tracks. You guys know we love tracks, so.
I want to start a segment called What Did We Learn? What did we learn today, guys? You know?
Presented by Hans?
No, presented by just what
did we
they
learn?
should have done different.
Today? Oh, for those people?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, we learned, well, apparently none of the hunters are learning any lessons right now, because everybody's going up right before big storms and just getting their asses kicked by this weather. So, I don't know what we learned.
So maybe check the weather report before you go hunting.
That might be one thing you could do.
Yeah.
Any other suggestions?
Check the weather before you leave.
That was already suggested.
I know, but they're not listening.
All right, end the recording.